Hey, welcome back to Snapbolt Games. My name's Max, and I'm here with another Pauper League, and I'm going to be playing this crazy Affinity deck today. Before I get into this deck and the deck tech, I want to do two things. First, I wanted to say I'm fresh off a challenge win yesterday. I'm stoked on that. Got first place in the Pauper Challenge on Sunday, recording this on Monday. And yeah, I'm just stoked on the challenge win. It was so much fun. I recorded the whole thing. The video is on my channel. So go check it out. There's a link in the description below to go to my channel. It was blue red fairies in the challenge. Um, there was so many good games throughout the challenge. The semifinals was such a good match. There was good matches against Boros earlier, really close matches against Burn, against Flickertron. So you really don't want to miss that one. Check it out. Like this video, like that challenge video, subscribe to my channel if you like my content. If you want me to keep making stuff like this, please like this video and subscribe. It really helps me out. So I want to grow my channel. I want to keep making content. And if you like the stuff I do, consider supporting me just by subscribing. It's super easy. Okay, thanks so much. Now let's just get right into this deck tech. With that being said, I guess actually before that, I have played the first round of this league, and we're 1-0. We played against Dawes, and they were on this really insane, really cool deck. It was like blue red curve, but it played like it was curve was kind of like the backup plan. The main plan was like boomerangs plus there's like two of them. I don't know the names of the card. It's like 3 mana instant, two colorless, one red, and your opponents can't play lands this turn, draw a card. So the plan of the deck was basically like boomerang your land, and then you can't play lands and just keep chaining those. Um, we were able to get the victory. Um, but shout out because that deck was sweet. I wish I could have showed it off, but I actually played a quick round during the challenge. So sometimes it's hard to record those just because I'm trying to play really fast. Okay, so this deck, Affinity, I've played a couple Affinity decks like this in the past, and this is the Disciple Affinity. And I was playing this way back in the day when everyone was still on Carapace Forger. I always thought this was nice because it attacks from a different angle, and now people are really starting to catch on. Just the fact that you can just drain them out when you have a bunch of artifacts, it combos well with the Tog, and it's just good in general. Um, I think the Disciple versions are much better than any of the other Carapace or Jeskai versions. So I really like this build. One thing that I'm doing differently, usually the Disciple versions that you see are just straight Grixis. And we are Grixis, but we're also playing Thraben Inspector, not playing Core Skyfisher, because I think that's a little clunky, but I really like Thraben Inspector. I know it's kind of hard to cast, it's kind of tough on the mana, but we're making some other changes to account for that as well. So we're playing 4 star, 2 chromatic sphere. Sphere is not as good as star because it doesn't work with the Thoughtcast trick. I'll get into that later if we ever do it. Um, but basically, I guess I'll just basically the trick is if you have exactly 4 artifacts out and one of them is chromatic star, you click on Thoughtcast, you announce that you're casting it essentially, and then you can use star to still pay the blue. And even if you sacrifice this, you can still Thoughtcast for 1 mana. But it doesn't work with sphere because the draw card is part of the cost, where this is when it dies, you draw a card. So this is just a mana ability, and this is not. So it doesn't work with that, but it's still good with Disciple. It's still a good color fixer, and I think it's the next best option. I hate Springleaf Drum because it's just like card disadvantage. I don't like Witching Well that much because it costs blue mana. So I like Chromatic Sphere. So that's one thing different I'm doing. In addition to obviously the Thravens, we're not playing Darksteel Citadel as well, so getting a little greedy with the mana. You obviously need Ancient Den for Thraben, so you're playing the Grixis lands, which makes sense, plus Ancient Den, and then I'm playing Tree of Tales instead of 2 Darksteel Citadel because I want to cast these green sideboard cards, and I don't really like Darksteel that much anyway. I'd rather have lands that produce colors. And yeah, sometimes you get got by Gorilla Shaman, but when you have like 1 or even 2 Darksteels, are you even beating Gorilla Shaman in those games anyway? Likely no, sometimes, but I don't like it that much. And then we're playing 2 of 1 Mind, 4 Thoughtcast, so a lot of card advantage. 2 Frogmites, mostly because they work with of 1 Mind. Just it's basically a free non-human, and both of these are humans. Another reason to play Thraben, works well with of 1 Mind. 2 Bonders Ornament main. This is something most people are not doing. A little clunky in this deck, but it's also a mana producer of any color, which is nice. So, I mean, how can Bonders be bad? This is like, should be a rare. This card's insane. And then 4 Mirror Enforcer. And that's basically the deck. Of course, 4 Tog, 2 Fling. And then in the sideboard, just cards you would expect, but it is a little outdated. We don't have any edicts, and there's some other cards we could play, like Leave No Trace and things like that. But 3 Pyroblast, 2 Hydro, 1 Dispel, 2 Gorilla Shaman for the mirror. Cart Clan could be in the main, but it's not as good with this Disciple Thraben build. So I just like it in the sideboard. 2 Weather the Storm, a Serene Heart, and 2 Relics. And that's the deck. Let's just get right into it. We'll get into the game. So again, we're 1-0 in the league. We're going round 2. I'll see you there. All right, so welcome to round 2. We're against Dolphin Pengu. Would you like to play first? Yes. Is this player usually on blue red Fae? I'm trying to recall. I'm not really sure. I forget. I know they're a good player though. Gonna snap keep this. I'm gonna lead Thraben. This hand is great. We have 3 different colors of mana. We have cards for all those colors. We get to lead turn 1 Thraben. We can even turn 2 a Tog. Turn 3 Disciple win potentially. So, yeah, this is sweet. Just crack open a quick Modern Times for the remainder of this league. It's good. Yeah, this is gonna be nice. Yeah, it is blue red Fae. I remember it. Nice. I'm gonna just run out a Tog here. It seems great. I don't need to play Disciple yet. I can just play that next turn. So let's just jam. Turn 2 a Tog can be really scary. If they just tap out for cantrips or something, there's a chance they're dead. Because I can go Galv Blast you, play Disciple. Yeah, if they play like another tap land here, I haven't done the math, but they might be dead on turn 3, which would be pretty sick. I might need 1 more artifact. Again, I haven't even done the math yet. Let's just see what they do. They just concede, they missed, they ponder shuffled, and they missed a land. Let's do the math real quick. Play land, Galvanic Blast them down to 15, play Disciple, and then they're at 15. We have 4 artifacts. Each artifact represents essentially 3 damage. So that's 12, 13, 14. So we could have put them to 1 with 3 creatures in play if we sacked our board. But we would have drawn 1 card. It was Mirror Enforcer, which we couldn't cast and do everything. But yeah, we were super far ahead. Okay. So I'm putting them on blue-red Fae. I think all of these are good. I don't think I need Relic in this matchup. I actually like to side out some Disciples sometimes here because they're just a little bit kind of like susceptible to removal. I can also side out some Frogmites just because they don't really rumble against Augur of Bolas. I like this. Can also side out like 1 Mirror Enforcer. It's not bad. 1 Thraben wouldn't be bad. I don't really want to side out a Bonders. It seems like a good place to be in this matchup. I can side out a Mirror Enforcer just because it's a little clunky. But it is pretty decent. It's just a good threat. 1 Thraben. Could side out 1 of 1 Mind. But even just Divination in this matchup is pretty decent. I think I want all the Galv Blasts. Not sure if I'm supposed to keep... They didn't see these Disciples either. We could go 3-3. I like these cookie cutter cuts sometimes. I don't know about this Mirror Enforcer though. Could cut a Chromatic Sphere, be a little greedy on the mana. Seems bad. Maybe just cut an of 1 Mind since we're cutting the Frogmites. I know this is a card advantage based matchup, but I think this is okay. 3 Thraben, 3 Disciple, just vary it a little bit. Disciples like has a lot of power, but it's also a little bit susceptible. All right, let's keep. I think I'm leading Ancient Den. I could lead Tree of Tales. Okay, well, now I'm leading this. So I can counter like an Augur. If they play Augur here, I'm going to just snap off a counter. Preordain, I will not Pyroblast. And then I'm probably just jamming a Pathetic Prism. Really got to watch out for Gorilla Shaman here. Play around that with a Hydro Blast if we can. Play another island. Interesting. There's a Thought Cast. Okay, let's start playing some artifacts. Get this Thought Cast going. Bonders, that's good. Oh god. I think that's probably just game. We don't even have a Gallop Blast for it. We couldn't have played around it anyway. If I had Hydro Blast, I probably wouldn't have tapped out. But now I'm probably dead. I suppose I'll just keep playing for now, but I think this is over. Like I said, just gotta watch out for Gorilla Shaman, and sometimes you just die to the hate. They ninja it back. I can't even Pyroblast. This is super over. We're just gonna go to game 3 here in a second. Thraben. I mean, if I play it, then they just play Gorilla Shaman, kill my land, and I just don't think I can come back. I don't really even want to like show them more cards. Let's just go to the next one. I should probably have a third Hydroblast in the sideboard to hate that card, but do I want the last of one mind? I think I'm just gonna run it back. Let's go. They also have to just draw Gorilla Shaman, and a lot of times they only have one. Alright, let's keep. This hand's not incredible, but I think I'm supposed to keep it. Pass. Preordain, okay. They also just had untapped Road Source into Gorilla Shaman. We couldn't see it coming, but again, it's not like we could have really done anything about it. I think I want to draw a card here, even though I can't cast spells after this. I get to draw towards more colors of mana or cards I can cast. So let's just add red, draw, and then probably just play a Tog. There's Vault. Okay, let's go. Actually, play Seat to protect Vault, and then just play a Tog. Pass. Now next turn I can just play Disciple, attack for 1. What they do on the last Preordain? Bottom, bottom. 1 bottom, 1 top, play a tap land. Prism is a great draw. That is massive. If they have Gorilla Shaman, it's going to be bad for me. So there's not much I can do about that. I could even just play Prism and play Disciple here. I think I like that. I don't know if I need to leave up Pyroblast. I think just playing this is better. Can't kill here. So no Gorilla Shaman one time. Don't do it. Oh man, it's gonna be tough. I can Gallop Blast the Gorilla Shaman here. I should have sacked the thing to a Tog. It doesn't really matter though. They're just gonna Gorilla Shaman again. Should have done this. Whatever. Yes. Yield. And yield. Okay. So now I get to Gallop Blast this and just hit for 2. Land. Nice. Okay. Gallop Blast here. And then just play land. Attack for 2. And I'm still in this game. It's not looking great, but it's also not over. Thraben's actually pretty good. I'm going to start with Thraben. Spell Setter. I think I'm just going to Pyroblast this. I guess they could have another Spell Setter, which would be bad. Yeah. Oh, counterspell. Okay. Could have attacked first. Just attack for 1. Gorilla Shaman is just really hard to beat when they draw it. I mean, this deck is very powerful, but it does suffer against good hate cards. Ancient Grudge, Gorilla Shaman. It's basically the only reason this deck isn't more on top is because of good hate cards against it, specifically Gorilla Shaman. All right. No Ninja? Damn, they have it. I think I'm dead now. Gorilla Shaman, just 3 mana, kill 2 lands is just so good. And I had to kill the Gorilla Shaman as well. Just get a little greedy and go for Prism, because if I draw a land, I can also play Thraben. Don't. I'm not going to attack because they can just spell stutter trade for it. I'm in trouble against this ninja. Now they have spell stutter can counter a 2-drop. Yeah, this is super over. Good game though. Good game. They just didn't function, and then they drew Gorilla Shaman in games 2 and 3. All right, let's just try to play Sphere. See if they spell stutter sprite it. I feel like if I was them, I might go for spell stutter, but I guess they choose not to. I think they're definitely going to spell stutter this. And then I'll just try to play a Mirror Enforcer. Yep. Okay. Okay. Now I pass the turn. They have Counterspell. Yeah. We're doing what we can, but it's not enough here. That's just like the third card they're drawing off Ninja. Nice. I wonder if they're playing my list from the challenge or just their own list. I mean, I know they're a really good blue-red Fae player, so they're probably just playing their own list. Sad red, Bonders, and that's just game. GG's. We go down to 1-1. Gorilla Shaman just got us good. I don't even know. I mean, our hand would have been a lot different if they didn't have Gorilla Shaman, because we would have had a much more artifacts in play. We would have been able to play Mirror Enforcer earlier, just do more stuff, and then we would have had artifacts to sack to a Tog to even protect it from that spread for 5. So it's hard to say, but obviously we would have been much, much better off if they didn't have Gorilla Shaman. Just 3 mana, kill 2 lands, and then also make us use a Gal Blast on it. It's just too much. All right, let's go round 3. All right, round 3. Let's see if we can dodge some hate this time. I'm gonna keep this hand. We're against Chicken and Raffles. Pretty funny name. We're gonna keep this hand. We're on the draw. It's actually a pretty funny story. One of my coworkers back at one of my previous jobs, they had a dog named Chicken, and then eventually, like a couple years later, they got a second dog, and they named it Waffles. I thought that was pretty good. Let's just go Den Star. Looks like we're against Burn. This matchup is close. We actually have a pretty quick clock in general with this deck. But matchup can be tough. Matchup can still be tough. So I think what I can do this turn, I don't really want to sack Star. I want to get this Mirror Enforcer down. I don't think playing an Atog right now is that good with this particular draw. I think just playing a Thoughtcast here, just 2 mana Divination, keeping the Star around is what I want to do. Yeah, this is looking good. I might want to play a Tog next turn. Next turn I can go like a Tog plus Thoughtcast maybe. Don't think I'm going to have time for this Bonders in this matchup. I don't have a Galblast for that Thermal Alchemist as well, so looking rough. They're just going off here. All right, let's try to draw into a Galblast here. So let's go. I don't think there's any harm in playing Great Furnace. There's no way I really want to play like even a black land if I draw it. So let's just go lead on Thoughtcast. Right? Let's think about this for a second, because I have 4 artifacts in play right now. I can go play 5 artifacts, 6 artifacts, 7, and play Mirror Enforcer. But I'm at 8 with they have 3 cards in hand. I really need to kill this, I think. I'm probably going to lose this game regardless, but I think this is the line I'm supposed to do. So let's play Frogmite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to play a Tog here, but then I can't play Mirror Enforcer. I guess it's my best out is just play a Tog and then somehow hope I can win next turn. It's really unlikely, but I mean, this is only our turn 3. We're going to die on their turn 4. So their draw just was pretty aggressive here. We didn't have an answer for Alchemist. But we do have good sideboard cards. We have 2 Weather the Storm, 2 Hydroblast, excuse me, and Dispel. So we have a lot of good hate, but we're definitely dead here. Searing Blaze targeting the Atog. All right, let's just sack this. Second ornament, not where we want to be. So I probably shouldn't have 6. If they try to kill a Tog here, I might just have to let it happen while they just kill us. Okay. Turn 4 win from burn. We may have had a turn 4 win, but it was just not near fast enough there. Okay, I think Bonders can come out. Thraben is also a little bit just clunky, along with Of One Mind. I could even keep 1 Bonders because it produces mana of any color. I could just do something like this. I kind of like Frogmite and Mirror Enforcer just to be cheap things to do. This is clunky, but I could keep 1. I definitely like Disciple. Thraben's just kind of crappy. It is a cheap artifact, but I think I like this sideboard plan, right? This looks good. Kind of just getting crushed here so far, but this looks good to me. I mean, double Weather the Storm is massive, and Weather the Storm is really good in this deck because of all your cheap spells. It's not that hard to like weather for Storm like 3 or 4. All right, let's keep. Same looks great. We can try to use their cards with this hand to play a nice Weather the Storm here. Oh, Rift Bolt, perfect. Now we can at least Weather the Storm. If they're gonna Rift Bolt and they're gonna play more spells, so this is a perfect opportunity to weather. So crazy, like when they just like Rift Bolt face here, and then they play like, let's say if they played 2 more Lava Spikes this turn, Weather the Storm would just counter all of those while they're not playing anything else. I still think I want to just be mana efficient and just I generally get too greedy with my weathers, so I'm just going to use my mana now, gain 6, and I think that's what I want to do. Just lead the Raven. I guess I should have cracked this draw card first. So I can play a Tog here. Yeah, let's do it. Red draw, and then play a Tog. And we have nothing left. We have this clue. Lightning Bolt the Atog. I think it's worth it to save it, honestly. It's going to be hard for them to kill it. Just sack a seat. I have just 3 more lands in hand that aren't really doing much. So Atog is just a massive threat. That, like, if they spend another burn spell on it, I can just be trading my lands for their burn spell that are not going face. Seems great. Like, if they just Lightning Bolt Atog again, yeah, I'm just going to sack Tree of Tails and then next turn go land, like, crack Clue. I mean, it's a weird play, but I like it. Let's go seat. Attack with these 2. Then just pass the turn. Now if they kill a Tog again, do I save it? I mean, I think I do. They're not really doing anything by just bolting a Tog every turn. I said, surprised that Clue has survived as long as it has. If they only knew our hand. I'm not going to say anything because I don't like to give too much away. Okay, Fling means we might be able to win very soon. I'm going to say wanted to draw a card. They said fair. All right, let's pass. If they Rift Bolt a Tog now, do I just let it go? And I have this fling, I have a bunch more lands. It's pretty tempting to just make it survive again, but now I'm just gonna let it go and then Mirror Enforcer here. Suspend another Riftbolt. They've just been on 1 mana. They have a bunch of spells. Wow, we're just drawing all lands here. Alright. Let's play a 4/4, attack for 1. Maybe I should have saved a Tog again, but I want to draw like some thought casts and start really getting some stuff going. Now they're gonna Rift Bolt. Oh, they're gonna double spell kill the Mirror Enforcer. This is so funny. No lands from them? Wow. It's Chromatic Sphere. Add black mana, draw. There's a Frogmite. This is just not going that great. I mean, obviously it's going fine. They have a lot of cards in hand, and there's the second land. But we have a lot of lands in play now. Searing Blaze, okay. There's a Thoughtcast. That's what we need. Mirror Enforcer and Chromatic Star. So I can just go, I have 5 artifacts in play, 6, 7, Mirror Enforcer, add black, draw, it's a land, attack for 1. Yeah, I mean, this 4/4 is a real clock here. They could have smashed to smithereens. They said a second land would be nice. Well, they got it eventually. Smelt? Why smelt? It's weird. It seems so much worse than smash to smithereens. I'm just gonna let this resolve. Save playing for when I find a second to Tog. I can just win. Galv Blast. The good news is I don't think they have Gorilla Shaman. Burn does not usually play Gorilla Shaman, so Thermal Alchemist. Okay, well I'm probably just gonna kill that now. Just not mess around. I guess I can just untap because I have so much mana. There's no rush. It's funny if they just play another Thermal Alchemist, I'm kind of in trouble. They have 7 cards in hand. Our draw is just kind of faltering here. Lava Spike, Lava Spike. Skewer the Thraben? Sure. A Tog? Still looking for a Tog here. Let's go add black, draw. Just tap like this, I suppose. There's a Galv Blast, okay. Pretty funny. Just want to see more Thoughtcast, basically. Obviously, a Tog is our best draw. Still have some time, still at 14. Weather the Storm is also a decent draw. Could have held the vault, but I don't hate just playing it. I don't really care if they kill it. Pretty crazy if we lose this game, honestly. We might. We need to draw something in the next turn or two. Wow. I have 18 lands in the deck. I used to run 16, which was incredibly greedy. So I'm running a couple more lands. And we're just a little bit flooded here. We have 10 of our lands out of 18, but we've drawn half our deck. So it's not that crazy. I kind of want to play Disciple just to have them kill it. Because I already have a fling when I eventually draw a Tog that I can just win. Let's just play it. I feel like I'm just going to die here. They didn't play anything. What's all in their hand? They smelt the Pathetic Prism to play around weather. I'm going to add green mana, pretend like I have it. I don't know if that's better or worse. All right, drain them for 1. Yep. Now they're going to go to main 2 and try to kill us. No. Okay, that's what I said I wanted. Red Blast. Okay, that's all that's in there. I can't believe they brought in Red Blast in this matchup. I have 4 blue cards in my deck. I mean, it's working out right here. Attack for 1. So I can Gallblast them down to 5 and then fling them down to 4. So another Gallblast is also lethal. Chain Lightning me. Okay. I think I'm dead. They're going to have Fire Blast. Skewer. Okay, I'm at 5. I'm not dead yet. Okay, Prison. Let's go. Okay. Am I supposed to attack? I mean, I might as well, right? Then I just go for Flame. If they can't kill me, I don't think they can have any outs to this. We'll see. I'm just going to start sacking and then I can just Flame later. I already have this combo going. We got him. We got him. Jesus. What a crazy game. They just pointed burn at our creatures for so long and they were on 1 mana, so they actually had so many resources. Crazy. I guess we do have Hydroblast and we have a couple more blue spells. I forgot that we sided some in. I do not think you should bring in Pyroblast in this matchup. Even when I'm playing like Fadex, I don't like to bring in Pyroblast. I like Hydroblast because these red cards is really what you want to stop. Oh man. Yeah, let's just run it. I mean, we did side out some of our card advantage, so it's understandable that we were just like sitting there a little bit flooded. But we definitely drew a little more lands than average. Oh man. They snapped off a 7. I think I should just mulligan. I mean, 5 lands doesn't really do anything in this matchup. All right, let's keep this 1 lander. We have a star to cycle. I have a Hydroblast. Let's just keep and put a fling back. Okay. I like to keep these greedy hands with this deck. It's kind of like I think what you're supposed to do. See if they just smelt my Ancient Den here. They do. Okay, well, maybe I shouldn't have kept because of that. Well, looks like we're just going down. Should have kept the 5 land hand. Oh, I'm in so much trouble now. I need to like rattle off multiple lands. If I do, I have a chance. They're just getting so much value out of this Alchemist. Ask me if I want to pay to. It's like, yeah, I would like to, but can't. I mean, we wouldn't have gotten there anyway, even if they didn't smelt, but geez, brutal. I think I deserve this loss for keeping this hand. So GG's. That was just a bad keep, I think. All right, 2 quick losses. Pretty brutal both times. I mean, we lost to Smeltler, but we also lost to my bad keep, so apologize for that. Um, just wonder if I should have kept that 5 land hand, especially since I saw Smelt, and I think they could have just smelted one of my lands. I mean, it was just 5 lands, a cycle, and a disciple. It's just not that powerful. Like if they just go like land, lava runner, land, alchemist, and I'm just sitting there with like 5 lands, it's so bad. Probably should have just gone to 5. This deck is looking bad in these kind of first 2 matches, but I think the deck is better than it's been performing. Let's keep this. This hand looks pretty solid. This is where Frogmite is good. I mean, it just depends. I mean, it's still just a 2/2. But now if we draw like an of one mind, we could kind of go off. They mulligan to 6. Let's go Ancient Den, Sphere, go. Turn 2, we'll play Prism, Frogmite. Oh, we're against Boggles? Okay. The race is on, huh? So now we go. I guess we can't play Disciple this turn, obviously. But I'll play Prism, Frogmite, go. Now we're just looking for a Tog, basically. Tog Fling. Tog is obviously just going to be really good in general. Ethereal Armor, 3/3. Yep. Plus Rancor also. Oh, another Boggle. Okay. They have 2 cards left. We're taking 3. It's fine. Thraben. Thraben's actually pretty good. Do I want to crack this Sphere? I feel like I do. The problem is I'm probably just playing Prism and Thraben this turn anyway, but if I were to draw like an Atog or a blue draw spell, I think I'd rather play that. Okay, well we draw Frogmite. Let's go Frogmite. And then let's just play Prism. And then I can just play Thraben. Star. All right, let's play Thraben. Clue, and then attack for 2. Also, the clues are pretty sick with Disciple, which is, it actually matters. It is pretty good. It's been relevant for me many times. If they play like a Armadillo Cloak, it's probably worst case scenario. So naturally. Okay, Ancestral Mask without Trample isn't the worst. I could just chump here, like especially with my Thraben. I think it's a good time to do that while they don't have Trample. Let's just throw the Thraben away. Okay. So now I want to play Seat, play Disciple. I don't know if I needed to play Seat first, but I think it's fine. Let's go Star, add white, drain. Oh, did I forget to attack? I think I might have forgotten to attack. I can save the Gallblast. For the future, let's just crack Clue. Draw. There's another Thraben, which is actually a good draw. Am I chumping this with Frogmite? I feel like I should keep a Frogmite back just in case they have like another Ancestral Mask or Ethereal Armor, and I want to prevent like a bunch of damage. I think I did miss an attack, right? I can't even remember. Sometimes it's hard when I'm focusing on commentary, not Armadillo Cloak. I think that's just game. And we don't even have really good hate in the sideboard. I guess we have Serene Heart. I think we're just dead though. So they go to 27. We don't have a Fling. I can actually just stop this with an Atog though, right? So let's go play Atog. Play Thraben Inspector. Get a Clue. And then attack here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I can make this 20 power. So as long as they don't have another Ancestral Mask, I can actually just like eat this with a Tog, which is pretty crazy. Just attack with these. Might have found a Tog just in time. If they have another Ancestral Mask or Ethereal Armor, I think their thing becomes too big. If they don't, then I think I can win. Abundant Growth. Okay. Their thing is 16. Can still handle that. They are going to attack. Wow. Okay, so let's go block here. And then I guess I just Gallblast their face right now. I'm gonna have to sack a lot of artifacts here. Let's just do this. Galblast face. And then I need to sack a lot of artifacts. They have a ram through. I feel like that's what they have. Ram through on the Disciple. So that's just game no matter what I do. Damn. I didn't play around ram through. I could if I had not played the Galblast, then I could have just ram I could have Galblasted my own Disciple here. So I could have won this game. Damn. I totally punted. Well, this has not been a great league. Fuck. That was a huge punt. Feels rough. Real rough. I feel like I just don't want to sideboard too much. I guess Galblast doesn't really do much. I mean, is Weather the Storm even better than Galblast? No, because I want to just kill them. I guess Cart Clan Shaman probably coming in. Can play this early and just mop up their boggles or in response to equipments. Bonder's looking pretty bad. And the Thraben also pretty slow. Alright. Don't think I want Dispel. I guess maybe I should bring it in. It's probably better than like either Galblast or I could just do this even. Just 2 Galblast. But this does help me kill faster where Thraben doesn't really. Let's go 3-3. Because Thraben at least adds an artifact and Galblast can just like help me win faster. Alright. I have brought in Pyroblast against this deck just to try to counter Slippery Boggle. Okay. Don't like this hand, but I'm going to keep. Oh, I just felt bad. I didn't think about the ram through. It was a hard line to see, but what are you going to do? Just got there. They sprawl. I'm going to just play a Tog. Thraben Inspector right on time. All right. Can play Thraben and crack Clue next turn. I can also just leave Clue around. Wow. Jeez. Luckily we have another Great Furnace. So I can Galblast this. Thank God we have... I'm going to leave all the Galblasts in now. Everyone bringing the hate. I mean, Affinity has been pretty popular recently, so it's understandable. Okay, we can still win here. Just trying to stay positive with that punt in the last game and the 2 rough losses to... We're seeing a lot of Gorilla Shamans running around. That was, I guess, not the time to be playing this deck, but I still think this deck is fine. They're going to have to play a creature at some point. Colony Garden. Okay. Wow. That's just kind of how this league is going, huh? I could have sacked it to a Tog, but I'm just over it. Wow. Now they just kill like all my lands. Makes me just really not want to keep playing. I could just not play lands. Another possibility is go play Tree of Tales, sack Clue to draw, and then attack with a Tog and sack both my lands for 5. It's just not very good. I mean, these are going to die anyway. Yes, they have to spend 2 mana, but I think I'd rather just get in for damage. So I have 2 Galvanic Blasts left in my deck. I was not expecting this, honestly. Got him down to 13. I'm F6'd. I'm talking about how, like, I don't like Darksteel Citadel, and then we're just seeing mono Gorilla Shamans. There's a Ledgewalker into Ethereal Armor. They like snapped off a 7 because they had Forest, Sprawl, double Gorilla Shaman probably. Okay. I don't think playing Sphere or Star is that good. I mean, one option is going play Vault of Whispers, play Star, attack with both. And then if they chump a Tog, I don't sack anything, and then they just get to eat my land. But otherwise, I get to hit for. I can sack land, sack Star to draw, hit for 5 again. I think I like it. It's. I mean, I don't like it, but I think it's what I have to do. I at least get to draw a card here as well. So I'm just going for it here. If they put like any enchantment on this, I'm in trouble. Okay, no blocks. Sack here. Frogmite. It's funny. Can't cast it. Eat this. Okay. We got him down to 7. They're going to have to start blocking a Tog soon. What a funny game. I guess if I don't play any artifacts, they're not. Ancestral Mask, 5/5. They can just not attack. Oh, they're attacking. It's pretty aggressive. If we win this game, that is incredible. I guess the Darksteel Citadel would have gone a long way here. All right, let's do this. Threaten to hit for 5. What is this? Oh, they're going to blow this up now? Okay, let's eat it. Then they're going to chump with plant. Then they're probably going to tap 3 mana, kill Chromatic Star on their turn. They're going to chump a Tog, right? They don't want to go to 1. No reason to sack Sphere, and they're going to tap 3 mana, kill it. But at least that takes up their whole turn. And then maybe if I draw Gallop I can win. Another Ancestral Mask. Just attack for lethal. And they also have another enchantment. All right, I punted that match, but got double Gorilla Shaman in game 2. Just 3 quick losses. That'll happen. Let's try to redeem myself in round 5 and just get a win on the board here. I'll see you there. All right, round 5, 3 quick losses. Uh, it's just the way it goes, you know. I just crush a challenge, get first, and then queue up for a league. I'm all stoked, and then just I'm like, okay, win the first one, ready to show off this deck, and then quick 0-3. All right, let's just play first. Let's get a win here. All right, we have a turn 1 Thraben. Nice. You don't get to turn 1 Thraben that often because you only have 4 white sources. So you have to like combo one of the Thrabens with one of the Ancient Dens. Turn 2, I can just Sphere, or I can crack Clue. Not sure what I want to do yet. Cracking Clue is more mana efficient, but I don't get to build up my artifact count and play. We'll see what I draw. Okay, I was going to say, if I draw Prism, I'm just jamming that. Next turn, I can go Ornament into Sphere. And we'll see if this Ornament can actually be good. Evolving Wilds for Swamp. It's probably Blue-Black Fae, but who knows, because we're in the 1-3 bracket now, so it could be anything. Nothing's off the table now. Okay, it's probably blue-black Fae is my guess. All right, let's attack. I'm gonna go for Bonders because they don't have double blue up here. They could have just spell stutter up. I'm gonna go for Bonders actually into Thoughtcast because they can't spell stutter that, but they can spell stutter this. Oh, they just play a spell stutter. So, oh, they want to get a ninja hit in. Um, I still think I want to just Thoughtcast. I guess I don't play around future. They're gonna ninja this back. They won't have mana to cast it though. All right, let's just Thoughtcast. Three, four, five, six. Okay, well I can Mirror Enforcer for 0 next turn. But I think Ornament is actually pretty good. It's a huge threat, like if the game goes long and if we run out of gas. Like you saw we were out of gas in a couple of those games. Imagine if we had had an Ornament, like in that game versus Burn, where we were just sitting there for so long. We could have drawn like, 3, 4 extra cards. Do they have a 1-drop? No. Okay. Let's just go land, Mirror Enforcer, then of one mind. I guess I can Frogmite first. No reason not to. I can just tap like this to of one mind, leave the Bonders up. I don't know if it matters. Probably doesn't. Kind of just going off this game. So this is at least showing like what a better draw with this deck is capable of. Now let's go play Chromatic Sphere, play Disciple. And I think I'll add red and just crack Sphere right now. Then most likely just play Prism. Okay, there's a Thoughtcast. Yes, yield. I think I'm down to play Thoughtcast right now. I guess I can leave the red floating in case I draw a Gallblast for this. I have good blockers for it anyway, though. It's Thoughtcast. Alright. Frogmite. And then leave the mana floating because we can't do anything with it. And then just attack for 1. So that was a pretty good turn 4. They had no Gorilla Shamans for them this match, so that's nice. Augur. They can't snuff out a Disciple. They can cast down it though. Alright, now they have Spell Stutter or Counterspell up. Gallop Blast. Okay, so they can Spell Stutter this Gallop Blast, so gotta watch out for that. So why don't I start by playing a Pathetic Prism. Let's crack Clue. Drain for 1. Another Mirror Enforcer. All right, let's go play land, play Mirror Enforcer, and then attack with Mirror Enforcer, double Frogmite. They can just get a free block here, but then they have to take 6. And then again, I'm not running Gallop Blast into Spell Stutter. So, oh, they snuff out the Mirror Enforcer, go to 11. Okay. This game's definitely not over. They also have a cast down in hand. Okay. Again, just can't play this. And if they kill this with cast down and then attack, I'll just block with Thraben. They also need to leave up spell stutter basically at all times here. Augur, okay. Now my attacks aren't that great. But because of how they tapped, oh, Echoing Decay, they can kill both Frogmites. It's not like Frogmite's doing that much right now anyway. And if they kill my artifacts without killing this, they start getting drained. All right, let's draw. Not ideal. Just attack with this. They're going to go for the trip block. But they're just going to chump. Okay. See if they play a spell end of turn. Echoing Decay the Frogmites, maybe? Then I would just Galblast this. Cast down the Disciple. I mean, that makes sense. I'm going to need to play Galblast here. And I think Killing Ninja is honestly just safer. I know they can Echoing Decay my Frogmites. Could put them to 4, and then they're dead to any Galblast, but they have a spell stutter in hand. I just don't want to get, like, tempoed out by Ninja when I have, like, a Bonders going. So these Frogmites are not long for this world. And unfortunately, I don't get to drain them. And a Tog at any point would have been game, because I could have just sacked a bunch of artifacts to drain with Disciple. We haven't also had any... I haven't been able to showcase, like, the Disciple plus a Tog draws, which happen pretty often, and they're good. Of One Mind. Let's just start by attacking with both. They were about to play a spell? Was it a cast down? Go to 4? Or snuff out, I mean. Okay, they go to 4. Oh, now I have to tap 3 for this? Damn. I should have just played Of One Mind. Doesn't really matter, but it does matter for drawing cards with Ornament, so it does. Okay. I don't even know if I want to play a Tog here. Could also just draw a card with Ornament. I think I'm going to do that rather than do anything else. They can get a Ninja hit in here, sure. Okay. But yeah, I like just drawing with Ornament and then Thought Casting next turn. It's just much more mana efficient. I could have played out a Tog as like a lethal threat, but they're gonna Ninja this Augur back and then replay it. They cannot cast Snuff Out for life anymore. Yep, they have another Ninja. Shouldn't have attacked with Thraben. I still think I'm doing fine, especially if they just play Augur here. It's not that bad. Yeah, now they don't have Counterspell up. They played the cast down, right? Yeah, okay, they have a Brainstorm in hand. This Bonders has been fantastic. Drawn a couple cards, give us more mana. Just looking really good. They're at 4, with only 1 mana up, and we can draw a bunch of cards here. All right, there's a Galblast. I just don't know if I need to mess around, but might as well Thought Cast first. Just do this. I need like a main deck Dispel here. Okay, they have it. I could play out 2 Atogs and a Thraben. And a Chromatic Star. Yeah, let's do that. So let's go Thraben. And then play 2 Atogs. And that's going to be pretty tough, I think, to deal with. They need 2 more removal spells. They have 3 cards in hand, and they cannot cast Snuff Out for life. They're going to have to chump both the Togs every turn moving forward. Can't believe they actually had the main deck to spell. Just typical for how this league has been going. So I get to bring in 3 Pyroblasts, a Dispel. I think that's probably it. What am I siding out? Maybe Frogmites. And I'm not sure the last 2 cuts. I like Disciple in this matchup. Thraben's also not bad. The Frogmites have still felt pretty bad. I wonder if I can just cut them. They brainstorm, they fairies here, they're going to bottom both probably. I have 2 cards on the table, 2 cards in hand, and a redraw from this prism. They definitely don't have any attacks. Bonders. Just prism. See if they like spell stutter it or something. There's just another land. All right, let's crack clue. Just drawing lands. Might as well sack star. Can't believe we still don't have a win here. Jesus. Okay. Let's play another Great Furnace. And then attack with both the Togs. They're gonna have, I want them to have to chump both. Which again, they're gonna have to do. What? No, that cannot be right. They should block Augur on the other one. What if they had like double cast down here? I would just be in trouble. What? This doesn't make sense. They're gonna play some removal spells or something? Okay, the order is fine. The order is fine. I'll just sack a land. And then I need to sack just one thing here. Okay. Kill your board. Cast Snuff out. Okay. Makes sense. But it's fine. Eat 2 of your creatures. I don't know why they blocked like that. I don't think that was good. All right, let's just try to draw Galblast rather than play an ornament. Seems better to draw. Thraben. Don't mind if I do. Okay. I mean, they could have the 4th Snuff out for this last Atog. And they just concede. Okay. We like went off super hard and then we still like had trouble closing out that game. Jeez. All right. So Pyroblasts and Dispel is good. I think these can come out. They're just not that good against Augur and they're just kind of slow. Fling actually isn't bad in this matchup, but they have like Spell Stutter, Counterspell, Dispel, and Hydroblast that can all counter it. So it's pretty risky to go for it. I can honestly just do this. Of Mind's a little hard to cast for 1 mana without Frogmite, but I can always just cast Divination. It's fine in this matchup. I don't love Relic. It's fine, but let's just try like this. All right. This build doesn't feel perfect right now, honestly. But, I mean, I have 5-0'd with very similar decks to this. They didn't have Bonder's main, but Bonder's, I mean, obviously, basically, I mean, it basically just won us that game. Ugh. Let's keep. I don't know. Duress? Sure. You can see this bad hand that I kept. I'm not learning from my mistakes at all. I just like to keep hands. See if they work out. Okay, nice. Now I have the freedom to go Thraben. I would have played Sar if I didn't draw land there. Not that greedy. I mean, I am, but another Thraben. All right, let's attack and then play Thraben, play Star. Kind of doing it here with all these Thrabens. Didn't have a Gal Blast for that because they duressed it. That was brutal. Now they're going to ninja back that spell stutter probably. Don't, please. Okay, nice. They could have another spell stutter, but there's nothing I can really do about that. They were going to play something on upkeep? Why don't I just start by, I suppose, add red, draw. I'd rather draw a card first, I think. There's a Pyroblast. Okay, let's go Thraben. I'll Pyroblast a spells that are here for sure. No Dispel. Brainstorm. Okay. I guess they're just brainstorming so they can F6. That was a quick brainstorm from the opponent. Just have stars in hand doesn't really do anything, but we do have 2 clues on the table, which eventually we can crack. Augur. Then they're going to hit if they brainstormed correctly. Yeah, Preordain. I guess that's why it was easy. Do they have Ninja as well? No. They probably have Spell Stutter or Counterspell. Okay. Just go play star. I think I like just playing another star because I think I can resolve it. It's not mana efficient, but plays around duress and just gets these down, and I can crack them as early as next turn. Looks like I have nothing left, but I actually have 4 cards right here on the table. So they have 4 cards in hand. I have 4 cards on the table that I have to spend mana to get. Another Augur. I feel like them tapping like that, they have a Counterspell. And we know they have a cast down now. Okay. Oh, they didn't even play the Preordain. So they definitely have Counterspell. 100%. Okay. Dispel. It's actually a really good one. Let's add blue, draw of 1 mind. I need another land to be able to of 1 mind with this spell up. Bonders. I don't want to Bonders. Why don't I just cast of 1 mind? Let them counterspell it if they want. Yeah. Then next turn I can go. I can just jam a Bonders. Maybe it'll stick. I can also just crack clues if I choose to do that. They have a Preordain and a cast down. 1 top, 1 bottom. Another Augur? Or is the Gurmag Angler? Damn. Probably losing this game. But we were on a mulligan, and their hand has been decent. Not like great from them, but still strong. I can't believe we're playing this deck in this bracket. We probably have another counter, but I think now I'm just supposed to run out Bonders and hope it resolves. Okay, they might have spells that are here. I just need to do this. I'm just too far behind to just like play around anything. Okay. Now do I chump Gurmag with Thraben? I think I do. But maybe I can take at least 1 hit for 5. They should just cast down my Disciple. They're deciding what to cast down, I suppose. Like obviously it's Disciple. Maybe they're deciding if they're going to cast it or not. And again, I think I'm fine to just take 1 hit off Angler before I start chumping. I'm still at 16, so I'm at a relatively high life total, and they choose to save the cast down. All right, well, I'm going to be dead to that. They even have a cast down for this, which they're not playing for some reason. Galvanic Blast. Crack clue, yes, and yield. Gonna have to chump this next turn anyway if I can. I mean, I'm just gonna double Gal Blast this, right? I guess I'll try to block it and then Gal Blast it once. I know they can draw a counter, but I'm probably just dead here. Man, this league has been brutal. All right. I guess I could just dispel this. I could dispel this and then just go for block Galvanic Blast. I'm supposed to just let this resolve. How do I win this game? I'm not sure, honestly. Let's just go for double Gal Blast. They have one unknown card in hand. I think that's better than going Dispel and then hoping to block and then hoping a Gal Blast resolves. They should have two cards we both don't know about. In hand, I'm at 5 with nothing. Let's draw. Prism. Okay. Not dead quite yet. Close to it. I'm gonna go for this. Again, I'm too far behind, I think, to play around anything. 2 lands, huh? All right. Go to 2. Now, I'm not sure what outs I have off the top. Divination. Okay. Let's go to the next one. I am just getting fucking crushed this league. Don't like Frogmite. I like Thrabens and Disciples. I can go 3/3 to play around Echoing Decay a little bit, but there's nothing else I really want. Let's just go. Would you like to play first? Yes. Not gonna mulligan this hand. 2 lands, 2 5-color sources, a Disciple, and a lot of card draw. It's a snap keep. I don't have any green spells in my deck, so I'd rather just play Tree of Tales, play Chromatic Star. I always like to lead with like the most susceptible land first in general. All right. It's Prism. Next turn I can just Thoughtcast. All right, nice. They're not going to be able to counterspell this Thoughtcast, which is massive. Good for me. All right, let's go blue, Thoughtcast, land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 artifacts. So I can just play a Mirror Enforcer. Oh, they missed on lands? I wasn't even paying attention. Jeez, that sucks. This might be a gift for us. Let's see. I think I like playing Mirror Enforcer this turn. They're going to have to play like another cantrip or something here. Yeah. Yes, they can just snuff out a Mirror Enforcer, but sure. Okay. Now let's just go, let's lead on Disciple into Of One Mind. And then I can play a Thoughtcast, and they just concede. They just missed on the preordain. So got my 50 play points. Honestly, the deck is not as bad as it performed that league. Again, I post all the leagues that I play pretty much. Sometimes I play some games or some leagues that I don't record, but in general, any league that I start recording, I'm going to post regardless of how I do, because that's how I like to play it. I think it shows more overall like a realistic view of how somebody plays. Like people play a lot more than I do. And if you jam 5 leagues a day, but then only post your good leagues, it looks like this, oh wow, this player's incredible. but I just post all my leagues that I record, and yeah, sometimes I 0-3 drop, and sometimes I 5-0. So it just goes like that. Okay, so as far as this deck, I don't know exactly what I would change. I do like the Disciple Thraben version. I kind of want like another of one mind. Like if I'm gonna go this deep on this package, like I could play more Frogmites and of one minds. The thing is, Frogmite has just like kind of fallen off. Like I feel like I don't know, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, Frogmite was a really strong card, and playing four Frogmites was like the way to go because you had these explosive draws of like turn one star, turn two artifact land, Springleaf Drum, Frogmite, add mana, Thoughtcast, doing stuff like that. But like now, the 2/2 of Frogmite is just not really good enough. So maybe just cutting this package and maybe just going back to some other build. I do like that you get the 8 humans and the of one mind, and maybe even just going greedy and going like no frogmites, and then still playing of one minds just with these 8 humans and these 8 non-humans is reasonable. Another card you could consider is like Gear Seeker Serpent. I think I like actually the version playing some Ichor Wellsprings and Perilous Research. Like I did really like those versions. I don't know if you need to play Thraben in those versions. Maybe just go straight Grixis, play the Darksteel Citadels, have better mana, and then maybe the Ichor Wellspring version with Perilous Research is where you want to be because that's a way to draw a lot of cards. So that's an option. I'm not sure exactly like again where you'd want to go, but had a fun time. Got kind of crushed. I mean, a lot of our losses were just to Gorilla Shaman, so that's to be expected with this deck. But my channel is youtube.com/snapbolt. Even though it wasn't the best result, I hope you had a good time watching. Like I said, I'm posting all my results, so hopefully you still like watching me lose as much as you like watching me do well. My name is Max. Thanks again. Till next time. Peace.